The question that is asked: Dear Anonymous, how can I take control over my egoic mind and prevent it from hurting myself and others? The first thing that you need to do is see it for what it is. Just be aware that your ego is present. As long as you're aware, you can understand its characteristics, inner resistance, your emotions. Once you realize that these reactions start getting triggered in you, the best thing that you can do is just stay present with them. And what I mean by staying present with them is not allowing it to take over. You speak on its behalf. You're in a position where you can make a choice. You're not unconsciously reacting from the place of limited awareness. Once that takes place, it won't be able to stay with you for long because it's not getting its usual nourishment. If you stop feeding the wolf stops coming around. Once that happens, their intensity and duration, it starts to dissipate. It's not as strong within you. And this is because you're getting more in contact with your innate power and wisdom to be able to see beyond the mind. This is your centeredness. Your true self has no concerns with the ego. It looks at the ego in the third person. It's not identified with it, as though it doesn't belong. It's just a program that's there to overprotect your self-image or the self-portrait that you carry around. But as long as you don't identify with the personal self or the person, it has no power. This way you don't get coerced or seduced into taking these thoughts as personal thoughts, taking these feelings as personal feelings. You're just going to watch them come and go. You become the watcher of the mind, watcher of thoughts, watcher of emotions and sense perceptions. And your individual sense of self starts to dissolve into the space of greater presence. It begins to transmute and transform. And this is what surrender means. The tests will continue to come because you need to develop muscles in that area. The more adversity happens, the more opportunity you have to grow in strength. You don't want to give into the ego. Observe it for what it is, like a good parent is watching or looking over an errant child. You're no longer going to put up or tolerate unacceptable behavior. And you're going to use tough love to teach this inner brat right from wrong. Take responsibility. Bring presence to it. And then you can face anything that comes in your way that's trying to eclipse your being. So don't fight it, because fighting it just gives it more power. Put the attention to impersonal awareness. Truth is always impersonal. So when you think about your personal thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, if it does not align itself with universal truth at the heart of all things, then it's not a frequency you should be staying on. You're not being attacked by bringing these things into light or exposing them. The fiction is being attacked. Truth can never be attacked. Your mind will storify to bring up things in the past to strengthen its mental standpoint, to make things more than what it is, to over-exaggerate. That's all of the tricks to divert your attention and to waste time. Just sink into the heart of truth, and all the mind bluffs will fade away. Those lower thoughts and emotions cannot stay on the frequency of the higher vibration of truth. They cannot hold on to you. It's no different than when your immune system is very strong. Viruses cannot stay for long. They can only use a host that is weak, that has a lower immune system. Become more impersonal. Become more compassionate to the self, but don't give compassion to the ego. Develop the discernment that is necessary for you to be able to look with clear seeing and see that all things that come and go or manifest is within the greater space of your awareness. Sometimes the mind may forget. Your job is to bring it back into the light of presence. You must step outside the heavy veils of the mind by creating a gap and develop space outside of the movement of personal thoughts and feelings. This way, you transcend the fictional personal narrative of the egoic mind.